welcome to... Uh-oh. Click too many things at once. Another Reddit dota2castIt video. From as I've been on vacation for the last little while, but yeah, back now looking to do a bit more casting, waiting for everybody just to load into the game right now, and then we will quickly jump into it. I'll pick. This game is submitted by Dinosaur 173 on the Dota2 castIt subreddit. So shout out to him. As I said earlier, it has been a little while if I've casted, so if I make some mistakes, just let me know in the comments of the thread, and I can always work on them for my next cast. So I'm always trying to get better at what I like to do for fun here. I did change up some of the settings within my stream settings, so maybe might be playing around with a few things during the game, but it shouldn't affect the overall quality. Alright, we'll jump quickly into the picks now, as they've been sort of happening. Looks like Tide Hunter ended up getting randomed, but then re-picked. Axe was randomed as well as the Faceless Void. So right now it's Outworld Devourer and Broodmother, and Axe, Faceless Void, and a Bounty Hunter. Everybody's picking up their heroes now. Nobody wants to start losing gold here too early. Alright, jump in here right away. Pull that up.
Is everyone ready?
Let's actually block all. Alright. So I will start by introducing some of the heroes we have come to me on the Faceless Void. Naruto on the Sniper on the Radiant side. Blade Assassin playing the Bounty Hunter, fairly fitting for his name. Hungry Oscar playing the Omni Knight, and Fish and Chips on the Axe. Over on the Dire side we have TP Gandhi playing the Brood Mother. TP Raptor playing on the Outworld Devourer. Zina Diana on the Enigma. We'll go into the jungle. Dinosaur, who submitted this game on the Kunkka. And last but not least, D on the Rubik. So it looks like we will have a Rubik Kunkka safe lane for the Dire with Enigma in the jungle. Outworld Devourer here in the middle lane.
God, I really hope this match ends up being of any cosmic significance.
For the Radiant, we will have maybe a solo safe lane Sniper with an Axe in the jungle, or an Axe supporting for the first few levels. Faceless Void in the middle, and then an Omni Knight and a Bounty Hunter off lane. Omni Knight's looking to go block up, pull camp, give him a little bit of vision here. See if that Rubik is trying to do some of the pulls. The Enigma already denied off one of the creeps, so this late lane will start to push out towards the Dire side, at least at the very beginning here. It looks like indeed Axe will be down here for a little bit, trying to soak up some experience. This will take away a little bit from the Sniper, but should be alright as soon as the Axe gets out, as he is against the Broodmother, though he does not have detection. He is ranged, so he will have the advantage. Broodmother's just going to try and sap as much experience as she can. Neither of them do have sentry wards at this point in time, so they should be, or Broodmother should be relatively safe here. Void has been taking quite a bit of harass here in the middle lane. He's got a bunch of his intelligence stolen from the Outworld Devourer already, so no surprise that the OD is winning this middle lane, as ranged against melee is just not favorable to the melee, no matter the melee hero, really. top lane, getting won by the Kunkka here against 2 melee heroes with the Tidebringer. He will be able to put down quite a bit of harass. The Omni Knight with the Purification will be able to do a fairly good job at keeping them in relatively high HPs, but probably they'll still end up losing this lane, I would outgather here. Enigma, he's sitting at level 2, not even quite 2 minutes into the game yet, so he's doing pretty well, looking to pick up his Soul Ring first, waiting for his Clarity Potion to give him enough mana for that demonic conversion. Yeah, so lots of melee heroes, not too much. I guess the Sniper can sit outside the Chronosphere from the Faceless Void and do damage from the outside. But other than that, there's not too much that will help them within the Chronosphere, so the Faceless Void is going to have to get some good damage to be able to kill off anybody within that Chronosphere. There's the Sentry Ward here now down for the Radiant that the Broodmother is sitting right on top of. She should still be fairly good, as she does still get the web bonuses from that. She does have to be careful around the axes. The Spiderlings can also proc the counter helix, so it doesn't want to be giving off, taking too much extra damage from the counter helix. Kunkka's been taking some damage up here on top. Not too much of a surprise from Bounty Hunter being able to use the Janata to get some good harass out here on the Kunkka. For the Dire side, they're probably going to be wanting to farm up here. Kunkka might actually end up going down here. Hold on a second. Fade Bolt coming out, reducing the damage, is going to be able to push them off from chasing that Kunkka. Rubik will also get out to safety. But the Dire is, for the most part, happy to just sit back and farm with a Kunkka and a Broodmother and an Enigma. They can kind of just sit back and farm. They don't want to do it too long, as Sniper and Faceless Void can get off to, or are able to carry into the late game as well. So, but the with the Bounty Hunter, the Dire is definitely going to want to start ganking a little earlier. We'll see if this Enigma wants to make some early rotations, maybe help out this Broodmother, or try and gank up this Void here in the mid lane. As soon as he reaches level 6, what's he sitting at? He's sitting at level 4, just almost level 5 at 4 minutes in, so he's jungling it pretty well here. Not microing his conversions overly efficiently, but... And I missed the first blood on top, as the Void with the haste rune ended up coming in, killing off this Kunkka. And here got caught out. Bounty Hunter Janata, probably a Shuriken toss and a Purification thrown out by the Omni Knight, was able to clean off that Kunkka. $1,100 gold up here on the Outward Devourer. We'll see what he wants to build into. Most likely he's going to be building into that Hand of Midas. Get himself some faster levels. He's especially now that the Void made that good rotation. Doesn't have, looks like Void is going to go into a Midas 2, just has a Quelling Blade on him for now. So it has to be pretty careful. Broodmother's been taking a lot of damage down here at bottom. Will probably not be enough, to end up taking her down. But we'll end up taking a lot of damage. Sniper's going to start shrapnelling down the tower. Start doing some damage, push it out a little bit, make the Broodmother's life a little bit more difficult. She'll be regenning up in the web, pop to salve by the looks of it as well. Do some damage to the Sniper. Unfortunately, she does not hit very hard at level 5. She only hits for 56. I guess Sniper hits for 50, so she does hit harder than the Sniper. And they do have... She does have more HP, so she could trade if she wanted to, and she has her Broodlings as well. Kunkka might be in trouble again here. Purification. No Orb of Venom up on this Bounty Hunter, so looks like the Kunkka will be fine. Bounty Hunter may want to pick up a that Orb of Venom. Helps secure those, or at least get a little bit more damage out on those kills. But this Kunkka's coming right back in. Bounty Hunter, another Janata hit. Looks like this Kunkka will be going to get down again if they can get close enough. Orb of Venom. If he had an Orb of Venom, he would have killed him. Good stun coming out of the Rubik. But don't turn around, Kunkka. You don't need to. Rubik may end up now paying with his life. Purification is going to miss, but Rubik with the slow from the Omni Knight is likely going down. Looks like he does end up juking into the trees actually, so he will be safe for now. Is relatively low at HP, but he does have another Tango. Did buy up as well, so he wouldn't have lost too much gold if he would have died. Broodmother's rotating into the enemy jungle. Looks like she's going to be building into Soul Ring, assuming that, yep. And the Faceless Void gets a kill in the middle. I just cannot win. I always miss kills in the early game here, but Void kills off the OD solo. Chronosphere was committed, so looks like he does have enough damage. Courier is actually going to go down as well. Where did that go down? It's not showing me where the Courier went down. That's alright. Show me where you... There it is. It went to the Broodmother. Died. It had her Soul Ring recipe on it still, so a little unfortunate for the Brood, but she'll be able to do just fine. Hanamitis now up on the Faceless Void. Salve Clarity. He gets himself back up to full after a couple of kills. Gonna want to use his Hanamitis, but doesn't want to end up popping that Clarity prematurely here, so we'll move into the jungle with that. 2 levels into or the maxed out time lock definitely got some good procs onto that OD to help take him down. Phase boots up now for the Kunkka. It looks like the Rubik is coming back top. Enigma has rotated. He is level 7 now, so he has rotated to this top lane. Probably looking to push it out. Surprised they do not have sentries yet out to help deal with this bounty hunter, because the harass is quite annoying. Looks like he's probably going to be building into the Ring of Basilius, probably maybe a Vladimir's Offering in the next little bit here for the bounty hunter. So with the Enigma coming in, they have to be very careful up top here that they don't overcommit too hard. Looks like they will be going for pushing, but this tower, as of right now, has 0 damage on it, so they're going to have to commit pretty hard to at least to take down the tower fully. Faceless Void, he picked up an illusion rune, so he'll be farming up some ancients. Picks off 1 before his illusions run out. But looks like he's probably got. He's not even going boots yet. He's saying skip boots, go straight Mask of Madness. He's going full on greed Faceless Void right here. Broodmother. Oh, Odie's gonna DC. I'm not sure if there will be a pause. I guess we shall see. 2k gold up on the axe. He still hasn't bought boots. This is very strange. No. Very few boots have been bought so far in this game. Looks like there will eventually be a pause. Quickly go over. So both the Axe and the Void have not yet bought boots, whilst the entire Dire team has. Dire has looks like they have a, it's hard to tell with the pause, but looks like they have a slight advantage in terms of gold earned, which is from, of course, the Enigma in the jungle, and they also have a slight experience advantage. Guess I can look at they have about a 400 experience advantage and about Radiant actually, sorry, has a 30 gold lead. So pretty much dead even on all aspects. The 2 kills for the Dire getting offset by the 2 kills from the on the Radiant, or the 2 kills on the Radiant side are being offset by the Enigma in the jungle. Looks like Odie has reconnected to the game, so should be looking to go again pretty quick. Looks like he has picked up his entire hand of Midas, so he can always go back to base, pick that up anyways, and then TP back out if he so desires. Looks like that what he will likely be doing, as the mill tower does take a bit of damage, but Odie is TPing back for the Faceless Void. He's making another rotation. He's going up north. He wants to try and pick off another kill. Chronosphere's off cooldown, so see if they can. Bounty Hunter can get a bit more harass. Kunkka's just going to be farming up the stacks. Harass going out on the Bounty Hunter. Is he going to be able to, is the Void is not here yet though. He's still back there, so unfortunately he does not have the Bounty Hunter. Picks off the Rubik. I was not expecting that. Is the boat going to hit? The boat does hit onto the Omni Knight. Omni Knight will go down to the Kunkka. Chronosphere only hits on 1. Unfortunately the Enigma gets himself stuck in the edge of that Chronosphere. Probably be looking to pop the black hole onto the Faceless Void. Not sure if he wants to totally commit it yet. Are they going to commit it? They might have needed to, but Fate Bolt from the Rubik will be enough to pick up the Faceless Void. He's not able to backtrack the damage. Bounty Hunter may end up going down as well to the stun, but he will survive on 37 HP. Just barely surviving. Sniper's now moved into the middle lane. He's picked up treads, clarity himself up as well. He's been using shrapnel to get as much damage onto that Broodmother. Just pushing bottom. The Radiant seems to have abandoned the bottom lane altogether, so Broodmother's farming up. Getting some good items. Got her full treads up as well. Omninet looks like he's going to be picking up those arcane boots. There we go. Picked up the arcane boots. Faceless Void. Glyph popped for the Radiant. Don't want to take any more damage than absolutely necessary. Enigma's throwing down the Midnight Pulse as much as he can. Looks like Rubik has indeed stolen the Assassinate and will end up getting assassinated here by the Sniper, so Odie still sitting middle. Robo the Magi, not exactly sure what he's planning on building with this, but we shall see in the next little bit. Most likely probably going into the treads, just with a slightly different starting. Kunkka's not careful, might end up getting picked off here, or he'll pick up the axe, but the Purification getting out on the axe. Nice black hole, 3-man black hole coming out of the Enigma, but unfortunately the Omni-Knight ulti was enough to stop any of the right-click damage that was coming in. Good steal by the Rubik, able to turn it around and get it for them, but so far a 1-for-1 trade with the Kunkka going down for the axe. But Omnia is going to barely live on like 16 HP. Purification onto the Void is going to keep him alive. They're going to pick off another 2. So while they were 4 up here for the Radiant side, they were able to, in the end, get a 3-for-1 trade in their favor. So some more kills, finally some boots up on the Faceless Void. They're going to be pushing up this top tower as the Sniper's there as well. Looks like he will be building into a Shadow Blade. And while that's been happening, they've been just kind of leaving Broodmother alone. Broodmother's just been pushing out bottom, picked up the tier 1 and the tier 2 tower already here in the bottom lane, so she can now start rotate around and start farming the Radiant jungle as much as she wants. They actually have to start committing to the Broodmother now, as she does pose a bit of a split push threat, especially on this bottom lane where she can put webs into their jungle and be able to farm up the jungle. The enemy jungle and take away farm from the Faceless Void and the Axe and the Sniper. So yeah. Omni Knight's back up to 1,000 gold, probably looking to pick up the mech for his team. Treads now finished on the OD, so see what he wants to be building into next. Not the greatest farm on an OD, but he has have 1 death already, so he'll continue farming here. Looks like the track is out on the Broodmother. Be something good for this Rubik to steal. This Courier has to be mighty careful. It does have the phase boots for the Bounty Hunter. Looks like the Broodmother is going to be trying to track it down, but with the Omni Knight debuff on her, will be mighty difficult. Does have her Oblivion Staff, should be able to get away to safety despite the track on her. But the axe is going to catch her out and will end up getting dunked.
Radiant's middle tower is taking damage.
Now Rubik looks like he is likely going to go down as well. Will he be able to deny himself off to the Roshan? Thinks about it, ends up not going for it. Axe will end up dunking him for the kill. Some of these broodlings will, Spiderites, broodlings, will get picked off as well. Void, he's got Chrono off a cooldown again, so he might be thinking about diving in here. He's got Mask of Madness up as well, so he can get in, maybe wait till level 12, make himself a little bit, basically 2 creeps away from hitting level 12, so should have it very soon. But Dire's converging here on the middle lane. Rubik's going to ward the high ground. OD looking to push in, but there's 3 heroes from the Radiant here, looking to stop this push as much as they can. Bounty Hunter, he's just farming up. He's got his treads. He ended up building an Urn of Shadows. Just good on a Bounty Hunter, lets him roam around and gank and keep his HP up, and gives him some wanted mana regen.
Dire's top tower is under siege.
Looks like Chrono will come out here from the Void onto the Outworld Devourer. Track will come out from the Bounty Hunter. Some good bashes, but they leave before. But the Bounty Hunter will end up picking it up with a Shuriken Toss, so they don't quite leave before the OD goes down. They make sure that they end up cleaning up the kill. So far it's 10-3 on the scoreboard in favor of the Radiant. Dire still has about a 1,000 gold lead, but the Radiant have a 2k experience lead. Boats coming in from the Kunkka. Looks like it will two-man boat into Torrent. Followed by a big 3-man black hole coming out of the Enigma, but the Omni Knight ulti was able to get rid of all of that right-click damage coming out, so a lot of damage was mitigated from that. So good on the Omni Knight to get that out once again before the black hole went out. The Omni Knight will fall to the Tidebringer, and the track does go out on the Bounty Hunter actually, so Rubik was able to steal that. Axe is going to go down trying to save the Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter will go down. Hammers dropped by the OD to pick off the kill on the Bounty Hunter, so they trade 3 for 2 at that point, I believe. Enigma and somebody else went down at the beginning of that fight. But the Faceless Void didn't end up going down, so that is very good for the Radiant side at the very least. They will trade a tower as well, but the Sniper does pick off this tier 1 tower top. As he was a split pushing away, he has his full Shadow Blade completed now, and another almost 1,000 gold up on here. Broodmother still farming bottom. He's got another Oblivion Staff ready. Might try and man mode up against this Faceless Void, doing mighty well with the Chronosphere just comes off cooldown. They'll be able, Sniper will get the long range assassinate onto the Broodmother. That's a dead spider. So Broodmother caught a little bit far out. Looks like Kunkka will be building into that Crystallis as his first major item. He's picked up a Blink Dagger first, so a bit of an interesting choice on a Kunkka, but helps him initiate into the fights a little bit easier, helps him escape a little bit easier, but he's picked up that Crystallis as well. Enigma picked up the Blink Dagger. I'm not sure if anyone's picking up a mech on their team. It does not look like it as of yet. I think Enigma might want to be thinking about at least picking up the mech. So there are 4 from the Radiant here. Pushing out this bottom lane. So come to me. He'll just TP down to the bottom. They don't want to let this tower fall if they don't have to. Chronos still has another 35 seconds on cooldown. The boat will hit onto the Faceless Void, and it looks like he will end up falling. Good pickup by the Rubik. They want this tower too. The track comes out from the Bounty Hunter. Will end up getting stolen. Omni Knight picked up the mech, but he will not be able to track up the Bounty Hunter before he's able to go invis. So a little unfortunate. Force that forward is going to get the axe. Good torrent timing coming out of the Kunkka. They will be able to pick him up. Dinosaur doing a good job here. Bracer just got his Crystallis on him now. He's almost hit level 12, so they'll push this out while they Broodmother will be here on the bottom lane. Sniper will push out this tower, but Dire will be able to pick off the tower before the Radiant is able to. Broodmother has to be pretty careful as there is a sentry ward here. They won't be able to see over the trees, but right now she should be able to see. Sniper does have to be careful. Spiderlings. Broodmother is going to get a solo kill onto the Sniper. Kunkka is going to come in, but that degen aura on the Omni Knight is doing quite a bit of work, but he will end up falling to the Omni Knight. So 2 killed and a tower. They defended their tower, is in deny range as well, so they can deny off the tower. They took their own tower. Rubik will be able to get out. Enigma, well, looks like he will end up falling to that Faceless Void. So, but in the meantime, the Dire's happy to just push the bottom lane out. Refresher. I don't know what he's talking about. Maybe he's looking to build into a refresher. Looks like he's going to be building into the Battle Fury. So he's building about the greediest Faceless Void you could choose to build. Kunkka's going to be going for the Daedalus. Should have that soon. But back to the Phase Void. He's got the Hand of Midas, hands down, always classed as a farming item. Mask of Madness, pretty much a farming item. Battle Fury, always classified pretty much as a farming item as well. So this is a pretty greedy Faceless Void. Is going to end up taking a longer time to come online than probably wanted. Broodmother is kind of stuck, and the courier ends up going down as well. So a little bit unfortunate here. Where did the courier fell by the Broodmother over here? So they got a vision of it, took it down once again. Unfortunately, it already delivered the Orchid over to the Broodmother, so it had already made its delivery. But a little unfortunate. Broodmother is. What? He already had a Shadow. I thought he already had a Shadow Blade. Anyways, comes a haste. Sniper's looking to pick up a Maelstrom in the next little bit. So they're gonna, the Radiant team, I said the Dire could hold out and farm, but the way this Void is itemizing himself, they're not gonna want to farm for too much longer, because this Faceless Void will all of a sudden have a ton of items to be able to dish a ton of damage, as he has so many fast farming items that they will have to start threatening more quickly, but they're doing a relatively good job of that, as they do have the Broodmother constantly pushing out a lane, and they've taken 4 tier 2 towers, or 2 tier 2 towers. They've taken 5 towers total. That's what I was trying to say there. So they do have a 2 tower advantage, which is in their favor. It looks like the Daedalus recipe is ready for the Kunkka, but unfortunately their courier is dead for another minute and a half, so unless he goes back to claim it, he will not have that for at least another minute and a little bit here. Rubik did steal the Time Walk from the Faceless Void, so lets him be a bit more maneuverable in these team fights, especially with that Force Staff. They may be able to pick off Faceless Void here. He now has his Battle Fury done, as well as a bunch of wards. Where's someone else's? Broodmother gets end up picked off in the top lane. Somebody have a gem here. No gem yet. Bounty Hunter is going to be building into that Desolator, but the Dire is pushing in the middle lane. Rubik is able to get quickly out. Kunkka will blink himself out. Nice Torrent, able to keep some of the Radiant heroes back. Boat coming in from the Kunkka will end up hitting. Good combo here as the boat hits the Black Hole comes in, and the hammers drop. Ultra kill going the way of the Outworld Devourer. Drops the hammer. They got their full team fight combo out as the boat hit, the Black Hole went down, and then the hammer, the Sanity's Eclipse from the World Devourer all hit all at once on top of pretty much 4 of the Radiant heroes. So not pretty much the best team fight you can hope for if you're on the Radiant side, and they lost none. Kunkka got very close, but the Tidebringer's Rum, Kunkka's Rum buff was able to keep him alive until he got out. Looks like Axe has built himself into a Vanguard. Odie's picked up a Scythe of Ice now, so a bit more lockdown for that Faceless Void in the fights. Disables his time, his backtrack ability. So Kunkka, he's picked up a gem, not wanting that Bounty Hunter to do any of his crazy invis shenanigans. So Broodmother's still pushing bottom. Lots of spiderlings down here for her to push the bottom, but she does not want to feed too much gold over to this sniper, so has to be a little careful with where she puts them, but she's just going to hide them all over here in this little crevice, so keep them all safe. Kunkka and Oldie, they'll be farming bottom, or they'll be pushing in the bottom. Tower's taking about a 1/3 damage at this point. Big crit come out from the Kunkka, cleans up the creep wave very quickly, but quick Astral Imprison. His Void is actually, the Broodmother got caught out here in the bottom as Chrono does reveal Invis was able to maybe guess correctly about where that brood mother was and pick off the brood. But Chrono was stolen, I guess, a while ago by the Rubik. Picks off the track now, unable to get it off, unfortunately, before the boat coming out from the Kunkka. That's something I've never seen on top of the Omni Knight, or the OD, but Kunkka's gonna go down 4 dead for the Dire now. They had a pretty decent initiation, but the Berserker's call from the Faceless Void made the OD forced to attack him, unable to drop the ultimate in that team fight. Refresher now up on the Enigma as well, so in 5 seconds he should have 2 black holes after he's finished regenning the rest of his mana here. See what he wants to build into next. Maybe a BKB, though that wouldn't help him too much in the Chronosphere. So, see what he intends to build into next at this point in time. Bounty Hunter is going to be farming up the Ancient stack. He's finished off his Desolator, so some pretty decent farming out of that Bounty Hunter, as the track does give him some bonus gold. Faceless, man, this Faceless Void's everywhere, and I keep missing his kills. Picks off the Rubik before. Oh, excuse me, got hiccups. Before the Ghost Scepter was able to be popped. This OD might be in trouble now. Kunkka's gonna throw out the boat, try and keep the OD alive. Gets the boat out, hits on 2. Will they be able to kill any of them off? Big black hole coming out of the Enigma, but only ends up catching the Bounty Hunter. That's a little unfortunate as how many people they had there, but this Faceless Void is end up going down. Gem is dropped on the deck as well. Kunkka picks that up again, as that was his gem in the first place. Snipers pushing top. Broodmother's pushing bottom. She's already claimed the bottom ranged racks, so this Dire side really is just letting their base fall while they try and push. They did have 3 dead on the back of that fight, so they forced the buyback out of the Faceless Void. Switch to the net worth as your OD is your net worth leader, followed by your Faceless Void and the Kunkka. Buyback status, Faceless Void was already forced to buyback. Not really what you wanted, but he does have a relatively good farming build. Picked up the Crystalist now, so looking to build into that Daedalus when he can. The buyback will push that back a little bit longer. Kunkka's sitting at 2,500 gold. Potentially wanting to build into an MKB to prevent the backtrack from the Faceless Void. Looks like the OD may end up going down here. Prison coming out to try and stop the Faceless. Hex goes out as well. Won't be enough to kill off the Faceless Void. Unfortunately, this OD may end up going down. Call just too far away. But it looks like they will be able to get all the way. Kunkka's boat's coming out. Will end up missing onto everybody. But OD will end up getting out to safety. Broodmother is still pushing bottom, so this tier 2 middle for the Dire side is going to end up going down. Good chrono from the Rubik, able to buy some time here, but he may end up going down as the Void's able to go through it. Refresher used on the Enigma, gets 3 in the black hole. Omni Knight ulti stolen by the Rubik, able to help keep him alive for a little bit longer as the Faceless Void is going to get hexed up and brought down by the Omni Knight. 4 down now for the Dire side as the Kunkka and the Kunkka picks off 2 on the fight. Broodmother is going to go down to the Sniper, but the Sniper pretty much has to be situated bottom here, else he's just going to end up falling, or the Rax is just going to end up falling. Level 16 now picked up on the Sniper. He's picked up a Mask of Madness as well, looking to hit fast and hard. With 4 dead, they do have 3 buybacks on the Radiant side, but with 4 dead, the Dire will just push into this middle lane, or just looks like they actually will be rotating bottom, trying to finish off the melee barracks, at least get a full barracks advantage. Kunkka's pushing out the wave. OD's working on the building already. There is backdoor. Rubik may end up going down. Can he pop his Ghost Scepter? Should pop his Ghost Scepter. Does not pop his Ghost Scepter, but the Sniper will end up going down as he did have his Mask of Madness pop, so lots of bonus damage coming into him. Looks like the Bounty Hunter is here. Will he end up getting hit? The Omni Knight will take the boat to the face. Assassinate tries to come out from the Sniper, but 2 quick kills onto the Omni Knight and the Bounty Hunter will end up putting a stop to the push, though, as both the Rubik and the Kunkka were relatively low on HP. Brood Mother goes back in as well, but the Blade Mail from the Axe is able to push her back. Plate Mail up for the OD, probably looking to build into the Shiva's Guard. Looks like that's what will be coming out on the Courier. In terms of kill score, a fairly even affair. In terms of gold, though, about almost 10k in favor of the Radiant side and about 10k gold as well. Roshan will be taken by the Dire here as Broodmother is once again. This Broodmother keeps getting picked off here in the bottom lane. 1 and 7 in the jungle. Keeps getting picked off. Not what you really want, but she has done a pretty good job. Oh, excuse me. Keeping that lane pushed out. Looks like they'll be trying to go for a pickoff on the Sniper. Purification will hurt a bit. Boats coming in from the Kunkka will end up missing onto everybody. Faceless Void gets a chrono onto the Rubik. We'll be able to pick off one. They're trying to chase this Kunkka. He does have Blink off of cooldown in 2, unfortunately does get cancelled. He may be able to fight this. Unfortunately, Blink does come off cooldown. Unfortunately, the Blink looks like Enigma's building it to an Aghanim Scepter. Oh, and Time Walk from the Faceless Void, able to pick up Kunkka on the back of the fight, but the Kunkka will blink himself out. He is looking to, I'm guessing, pick up that MKB, but he also does want buyback at this point in time, so won't lose, only losing, not losing all his gold. He'll at least have 2,500 gold in reliable if he does go down in the next team fight. Looks like they will be able to. Torrent's just gonna miss, but if they can get the Hex off, they should be able to bring him down fairly easily, as they do get that Hex off. Kunkka's looking to keep going. He's gonna try and pick off the Omni Knight. Shiva's goes out from the OD as well. This OD is hitting pretty hard, so Omni Knight's gonna go down as well. Level 20 on the OD already, so doing some good damage. Broodmother says, screw bottom. I'm gonna go top lane. It seems safer in top lane. Not as many people. I've already got one of the barracks down and both of the barracks down now in the bottom lane, so not much for her to do there in the bottom lane still. So in terms of vision, the Dire want to see if the Faceless Void is doing the Ancient Camp, which is over here. And they want to see if there's anybody going for Roshan. Also Rune Wards, which aren't too necessary, and they want to see if there's anybody in the Radiant jungle as well, so they can see if they're safe to farm it. Odie's hitting pretty hard. His 9% of his mana pool is going to damage, so it's about 200 extra auto attack or extra pure damage on top of his 214 attack. So he's hitting for approximately minus armor 400-ish. Just under 400 after all is said and done, so he's hitting pretty hard. Don't really know what Rubik's doing over here, but Blink Dagger, Force Staff, and Ghost Scepter up on the Rubik. He's been doing a pretty good job of getting his items up. Kunkka did not build into an MKB. He's picked up a Divine Rapier. So we'll see. Now hits for 537 minus armor plus crit. So and the Tidebringer does give a bit of bonus damage as well, so he's dealing out quite a bit of damage. Tidebringer is physical, so armor items will be very useful. Unfortunately, there are no real, other than on the axe, There are no real armor items up on any of the dire heroes, so this Kunkka is going to be able to do quite a bit of work here. Does have to be careful. He does not have any defensive items other than this Blink Dagger. Maybe looking to pick up a BKB next. Does put the backtrack or the X onto himself so that he can walk in, clear the creep wave, and then get himself out. So some inventive Kunkka play coming out here, as he does not want to end up losing his rapier. Broodmother's been tracked up and dusted, so. But track stolen by the Rubik, put it onto, I'm guessing, the Bounty Hunter. Yes, looks like Bounty Hunter may be building into a BKB next. As Kunkka is just going to keep up farming. I think Kunkka should pick up a survivability item of some sort, other than his Blink Dagger in the for the next engagement, as he does need something, or a heart or something, anything to give him a bit more survivability. Maybe a heart would be better. BKB, there isn't too much magic damage, and the Faceless Void does end up going through the BKB, as the Chronosphere goes through the BKB, so not really what you want. Maybe he'll end up picking up. He's going for a sec. He's saying Glass Cannon, screw survivability. I probably would have picked up a heart. It does give him the damage as he is a strength hero as well, so I probably would have picked up a heart. Personally, Rubik's gonna go down again. Not a great game for this Rubik. 4-8. Bit better than the Broodmother, but Faceless Void's happy this game doesn't really need to buy a BKB, as the Omni Knight will be able to give him the repel. So saves him an item slot. Allows them to build pretty much pure damage items. Doesn't really need to go into too much survivability. Broodmother's pushing out top lane, trying to claim this. So many Spyroids. Trying to claim a second lane of racks here, but does have to be careful. Now, as this axe is hit pretty hard, and so is the sniper actually. Sniper doing quite a bit of damage with the Crystallis and the Mjolnir. Got a few good procs, Mjolnir procs off there. Enigma's got a haste rune. He's moving pretty quickly, but he should be getting his next item quickly. Faceless Void's building into a Daedalus. Where is this? Two-faced. So he's making sure he stays perfectly safe, not wanting to do. Able to pick off his Fizz Void very, very quickly in the Hex of the Outworld Devourer. So they're just going to try and push this top lane now. The Void does not have buyback. I'm going to switch this to the buyback statuses. He does not have buyback. He is 1,300 gold short, so yeah, it's not even going to tick down. Sniper will try and push out the creep wave as much as he can.
Radiant's top tower is being attacked.
TP in. Excuse me, by the Broodmother. They're going to be trying to pick off this tower. I feel like they have a gem somewhere on this. Doesn't look like it actually. No gem. But they will just keep slow sieging this tower. They kind of do need the Enigma, but the Enigma is going to go and push out this middle lane, so they have something to follow up with when they get in. Kunkka keeps X marking. Has an 8-second delay, so he can even TP back to base. X mark himself, TP back to base if he needed to. And then come back out. We'll see if he wants to pick up this next Daedalus, or if he wants to end up saving for buyback, which I kind of think he might want to do. He does have quite a bit of unreliable gold. Buyback is 1,500, so probably will have enough anyways, but track once again on this Broodmother. Broodmother's going to go down once again. So, assassinate. will end up getting shot out. Face the Void's gonna pick up this Rubik by the rune. But the Dire checking to see if Roshan's up. Roshan is spawning in like 10 seconds, so they do unfortunately just miss the Roshan spawn. Oh, 25 seconds, sorry. It's a little... Oh, there it is. I was reading the wrong thing, so yeah. They will just miss it, but the bounty hunter will end up going down. If this if this Omni Knight's not careful, he will end up falling as well. Chronosphere will end up picking up the Kunkka when he gets back. Not good for the Kunkka, but the good Imprison is going to keep him out. Maybe he has some sort of gem. Nope. Not sure what that. Give himself Tidebringer, or the Kunkka's Rum, as the OD picks off the Faceless Void in the back to fight this sniper. Just have to be pretty careful, as he will end up falling as well. So 4 for O trade with the triple kill going to the now beyond godlike Outworld Devourer. He's hit level 25. He could probably get rid of that Hand of Midas at this point and pick up something else. He does have 6k gold. Looks like he will be picking up a refresher orb by the looks of it. By the looks of the Oblivion staff that he just picked up. So, yep, he's building a refresher. Just needs the perseverance. So that's what's going on now. He'll pick up Boots of Travel as well. So he will sell his boots. Keep the Hand of Midas for a little bit longer. Gives him some more reliable gold. Bounty Hunter's down here at the bottom. He's going to be picking up a BKB next. Whew. Did not know you could go there as Broodmother, but I guess that makes sense. Broodmother's probably going to pick up that MKB next. Trying to get through the Faceless Void a bit easier. Refresher Ags now down on the Enigma. So Rubik's pushing in this bottom lane alone. Has to be a little careful. Assassinate will go down onto the axe. As Rubik did steal it. Not the best in terms of mana for damage, but good ability to long range harass. Also mini stuns, so gives him another ability to mini stuns, but it is almost 400 mana, which is quite expensive. Faceless Void jumps himself in. He's finished up his full Daedalus. Axe picks up a heart. Rubik gets caught out once again. Will end up falling to the Faceless Void. Snipers on the outside pounding away. Picked up his full Mjolnir now, so he's attacking fast. Boots of Travel refresher down on the OD. So he is pretty much 6-slotted. He sees that big man is up. So Broodmother will go down to the sniper once again, as Broodmother is just not having a good game. I guess this is why Broodmother is just too easily countered within the current the way she has to play. Refresher goes down on the Enigma, but will end up falling down anyways. OD is just going to TP himself out. Only one man hit with the Omni Knight ulti. Probably looking to pick up a refresher orb. Agnum Scepter of his own. Kunkka finishes off his second Daedalus. He did lose the gem or drop it and give it to somebody else. So he is hitting very hard as he hits. He does have to be very careful. He does pretty much just one-shots the Bounty Hunter. Jeez. Was able to get himself out to safety. As the Radiant will push in this move tower. We'll see if they want to end up defending. They can glyph as well, which they will do now. Sandy's Eclipse is off cooldown for the OD as well. And he does have the Aegis, so he might just want to go in. Shiva's Hex somebody. Drop the Sanity's Eclipse. Kunkka's just going to come in, pick off the sniper. This guy's hitting hard. He must be getting some good crits. So just picks off the sniper. Bingo! Yep, I'm guessing he crits. And when he crits very hard at 200, so 2.4 times 600. So hitting about 1,500 crits, approximately 1656, 1507. Yeah, depending on how within his range what he attacks for. Two-man Chrono coming out of the void. Not sure who he wants to kill. He should have just picked somebody and gone. Looks like the Hex will come out from the World Devourer once again. Yeah, not much of a chance there for the Faceless Void. No buybacks for anybody actually at this point, so the Kunkka, with that much damage, able to just rip the Faceless Void apart with the Hex from the OD. So, able to clean up the Faceless Void. They're going to take a second laner Axe right here. This might end up very well being the game. They might rotate top as well to clean mega creeps, or they might just push right in into the tier 4s. See what they want to do. The Faceless Void is still dead for another 50 seconds. So, looks like the Rubik will come in and just chrono up 3 of them while his team rotates towards the top. Well, actually, most of them actually rotated to go pick off the... Most of them went to go pick off the creep wave, but the Rubik and the Broodmother stayed behind to clean off the tower and will end up going down. Invisibility Room picked up for the Kunkka. See what he wants to go into next. Probably Boots of Travel would be my next bet. And please, man, pick up a heart or something. Like, geez, you need a little bit of tankiness. 1665 crits. Daedalus finished up on the Sniper. Go to net worth quickly. Kunkka is sitting at 25,000 net worth with the World Devourer shortly behind at 24k. See what the Kunkka's sitting at the secret shop. We'll see what he wants to buy. It looks like he's picking up another rapier. Man, survivability. I know you want big crits, but man, you need something to keep yourself alive in this fight. Lifesteal, anything. Satanic might not be bad. Doesn't hit overly fast though. It does hit very hard. Maybe not with flats. But not my choice. He wants to go full damage. He thinks they're far enough ahead at about 20,000 gold and 15,000 experience that he can do this safely. Bounty Hunter is here.
Yes, X marks the spot.
But under the guise of invisibility, he will not be seen. BKB is picked up on him as well. So, track goes down on the Enigma, throws out the Shuriken Toss, but that will not be enough to do anything really. This Kunkka's just playing super safe. The only problem is if they gather around the X, it's pretty dead. So, Chrono is gonna just barely hit on this Kunkka. Odo, he drops the rapier! Odo, Faceless Void picks up the rapier! Oh no, this Faceless Void now hits very, very, very hard. So, they have to be very careful now. Fortunately, this Kunkka was going to be picking up the second one. He still does hit fairly hard, but with this rapier on the Void now, they have to be very careful, and they're just going to lose their mid-rank. Black Hole comes up from the Enigma, but the mini bash from the Sniper is going to be enough to stop it, but the double Sanity's Eclipse coming out of the OD is going to be enough to pick off the Faceless Void. Who picked up the rapier? Was it the Axe? Axe picks up the rapier. I don't believe it's muted for him. Very well might be though. Come to me is the Void player, yes. So probably looking to go return that to his Faceless Void before he dies. Odie's pushing in the bottom though. They're just like, well, looks like the Sniper will get a pick off onto the Rubik. Enigma will kill the Sniper. Sniper will buy back. Odie is in the base though, so unfortunately does not have Aegis just expired, and unfortunately does not have ultimate. But when he does have his ultimate in a minute and 10 seconds, he will have 2. As a refresher, has the similar cooldown to the 160 to the same cooldown as the Sanity's Eclipse, but was used a split second beforehand. So, but Kunkka, he's not happy. Rod of Atos now for the World Devourer, picking up that Rod of Aoi. Makes him a bit more intelligence. Get Sanity's Eclipse to do a bit more damage, so. Also helps with the pickoffs on the heroes. Only 1,000 crits coming out of this Kunkka now as a sad Kunkka. He's looking to pick off. Looks like looks like the axe is gonna end up picking up the holding on to this divine rapier for now. You will have to be a little careful though, as this Kunkka is going to be wanting his rapier back. Broodmother is going to be picked up once again. Someone has to have some sort of gem.
Fear nothing.
Or they changed something, I don't know. Oh no, Kunkka's going down again. This time he did not have his second rapier. So, not as bad as it could have been, but Roshan's back up in 10 seconds pretty much now. So the Radiant will be able to pick that up if they do want to. Quite a swinging experience. Wow, look at that, with over 25,000 at one point, down to about 2.5k. Rubik's gonna go Scepter, try and get himself out. Will Blink Force Staff his way out. TP, will he be able to get out in time? Yes, he looks like he will be able to get out in time. He could have actually shurikened from beyond the thing, as the track did give him vision of the Rubik. But Lest did not opt to do so here, so Radiant's going to be pushing in this mid. There are 2 barracks down at this point in time. Oh, that's the sniper. The sniper thing. There we go, I found it. It's kind of cool. I don't play sniper though, so whatever. Outworld Devourer, he's still going ham. He's going hard. He doesn't care. Big Sanity's Eclipse, double clip, and Black Hole from the Enigma. Double Sanity's Eclipse, probably not necessary, but he wanted to drop the hammers. Drop hammers all over them. Get as many kills as he wanted, but the Phaseless Void, he's soloing up Roshan. I don't care, he's going to pick up an Aegis. He has picked up a BKB, so he's trying to be a little bit careful. But Radiant Void picks up the Aegis. Will Rubik be able to get off his... No, cheese! There's a cheese! Somebody pick up the cheese! And the second Black Hole goes out onto the Phaseless Void. Unfortunately, the channel does break before the second one happens. So he'll just BKB. Will end up getting the Chronosphere off. Won't be enough to pick off this OD. Is able to just barely time walk himself out for the boat, but I believe the BKB would have saved him anyways. They're looking to chase, but not too much. Maybe if they get a good imprison from the OD, they'll be able to pick him up. But he'll get his way to safety. Haven't been talking about too much about this Broodmother. Not too much to say.
Radiant's middle tower is taking
pushing towers.
No more middle tower for Radiant.
Not anything overly exciting. One of the tier 4 towers goes down to creeps here on the Radiant side, so they have to be very careful when they decide to push out. This axe is hitting very hard, as he does have the rapier on him. Fortunately, axe isn't the greatest rapier holder, really. But get rid of his Vanguard, yeah. He isn't really the greatest rapier holder, as he doesn't... He's not known for his great attacks, or his great attack speed, but he did pick up the AC, which will give him more attack speed. But it looks like Broodmother's going in with the help of the Kunkka, trying to pick off the Omni Knight. Not careful. This axe with the rapier might do a lot of work. He will end up picking off the Broodmother. It looks like Omni Knight has picked up the... No, just got a lot of people in there. Enigma will end up falling to the Bounty Hunter as well.
Is being attacked.
Is that up here? Yeah, it's just up here. So, some over pushing coming out of the Dire side. It's forcing him to give up some kills. Kunkka's probably wanting to save for buyback at this point in time. Doesn't really want to have to, really wants his rapier back, but doesn't want to throw the game because of it. So he'll just continue farming. He knows it'd be hard to pick off this Void by himself, especially with Chronosphere off cooldown. So Void did get rid of his Hand of Midas. Does have pretty much 6k gold on him as well. Sees the regen rune, might just smack it away. But so neither team really wanting to commit to a full-on push here. As I say that, the Radiant is pretty much 5-manning mid. They do have to be relatively careful as the bottom lane will end up pushing their way. Chrono goes out onto the OD. This Phases Void really wants to kill the OD, but unfortunately Mules from the Rubik is going to stop the Phases Void from being able to do too much. But big black hole, able to get cancelled by the sniper, but big triple kill coming out of Dual Sanity Eclipse from the Omni Knight, or from the Outworld Devourer. Will end up being able to pick off 3 double buybacks. We'll go to buyback status now that it is later in the game. Kanka's going to pick up his second Divine Rapier pickup of the game. Axe did not go down in the middle of that fight, so I believe he was there at one point. He didn't really do too much though. So he's picked up a full BKB now as well. We'll see what he wants to get rid of. Maybe his Blade Mail? I'm not sure. We'll see what he wants to pick up. Radiant's pushing top. OD 24 and 4. Great performance from this OD. Sniper just trying to put some harass out as much as he can. Kanka's just doing his thing. Will end up falling and losing a second Divine Rapier. What's Sniper gonna? Sniper needs to drop so the Omni Knight picks it up. Why? No. 2 Rapiers on the dire side, both bought by the Kunkka. Kunkka, Game of Throws, gives 2 Divine Rapiers over to the Radiant side. And I'm surprised they didn't give it to the Sniper, but he didn't really want to drop anything. I probably would have just dropped my Mask of Madness. Like, yeah, screw Lifesteal if you can hit for like 600. And he doesn't really need to be in the front lines. They got Void and Axe and Omni Knight to stand in front of him, so doesn't really need to be up front and personal here. But they do have to be careful as this bottom lane is pushing in, and Void is opting not to push it out. They do have pretty much every barracks down on the Radiant side. They do have to be a little bit more careful about how far they end up pushing out. This Rubik's just trying to delay this push as fast as he can. Will E-Blade try and get himself in. Looks like he's trying to do something. BKB by the Axe. Rubik is gonna, Kunkka's gonna end up having to buy back, but quick blink by the Rubik will get himself to safety. Kind of a pointless BKB coming out of the Axe. Baited just a little bit. Kunkka's coming back in, but boat is gonna miss once again. Omni Knight, he's on base defense duty. From the looks of it, he has a Divine Rapier. Oh, I don't understand why they gave the rapiers to the people they did, but it's alright. I guess Faceless Void didn't really have much of a choice. He kind of like died with it. So, like Sniper or Bounty Hunter, like Bounty Hunter has the built-in crit, like could have done so much more damage. This Outworld Devourer has to be pretty careful that spins and black. Oh! The boat comes in, will end up helping keep the OD alive. He may end up going down to the bashes. Oh, quick imprisonment, but the bashes may be bitten up, but the BK, team wipe, triple kill for the OD. He will end up buying back as the only dire hero that can buy back. Will he pick up the rapier? He does pick up an ultra kill. Drop your force staff, man. Pick up the rapier. Do it! Yeah! This OD's hitting ridiculously hard. He's TPing bottom. He's gonna let his towers do the rest. Faceless Void can buy back, and the Omni Knight is still around. But this OD thinks he can just do it by himself. If he is smart, he will. The Faceless Void doesn't have Chrono on cooldown for off cooldown for another 30 seconds, so it gives at least 30 seconds of free time for this OD, where if the Faceless Void buys back, he can just hex him up. Not really wanting to use the hex on the Omni Knight if he can avoid it. Looks like he might just end up doing that. Brutus's Sanity's Eclipse as well. This looks like it might very well be game. Faceless Void's gonna buy back. Does not have his dual rapiers on the OD now, as he does drop his Rod of Aoi in favor of that second one, but Ancient has started taking damage. His OD hits ridiculously hard, 863 plus his 9% from his mana pool, so he's hitting like 250. 250 plus 863, so he's hitting for well over 1,000 damage, minus a little bit due to armor, whatever. So he's hitting very hard at this point in time. He's two-shotting Ancients, almost one-shotting Ancients. Odie's like, I have the power, I have 2 rapiers. Fortunately, I don't believe he can give them back to the Kunkka. Not wanting to give him back to the Kunkka, he wants to be the big damage dealer, so it looks like unfortunately, he did get invis. They're searching for him, but not going to be able to find the bounty hunter. They're looking, I don't know what they should just push. But all the Radiant heroes are back up. They waited so long that the Radiant all respawned again. And as I was saying earlier about this Kunkka needing some tank items, after he's had that great start, he's died now 5 more times since he pretty much was like 14-2 or 12-2 or something. He's gone now like 4-5 in the last few lives. He definitely needs some items to tank up, as he isn't able to just dish out as much damage as needed in these fights, as he does have to stand in the front lines to be able to do some of the damage. It looks like Faceless Void's picking up another Daedalus as well, so nobody really wanting to go for like evasion, or I don't know why he didn't. Maybe that was just his first one. OD, they will find the bounty hunter. And they will find a Roshan as well. Man, like, give this to the Kunkka, man, or OD, or I don't know what OD's gonna drop, man. He's got 2 rapiers. You don't really want to drop anything else. I'd say give the Aegis to the Kunkka, give the cheese to like the Enigma or Rubik or something. Well, Enigma already has the cheese from last Roshan, so no buybacks available on either team. Broodmother is gonna get picked off by the Faceless Void. Broodmother's just 1-17, just like not a good game for the Broodmother. That's probably why people don't like Broodmother. Not overly good hero for the most part. Funny thing is, I remember like around TI2 when Broodmother was like your solo mid, and then they nerfed her a bunch, and then never even seen it again, not even in Captain's mode at the moment, but I don't really blame people for not wanting to pick her up. Most invis heroes who are invis naturally aren't terribly common pickups in the pro scene of people. Ricky isn't, Bounty Hunter not so much either, Clink's not really. It's just when a part of your natural ability is being invisible, a gem, like a 950 gold item, counters you to a large degree, but you just Sentry Wars 200 gold or 185 gold from the Dust will do it as well. But Divine's dropped from the OD as the Kunkka gets back both of his Divine Rapiers. This is it. It was kind of a team wipe on both sides, but an interesting team fight. Kunkka claims back his rapiers, and ends up killing off the rest of the team, as it was just the Faceless Void who was left. So very interesting game. Kunkka threw away 2 rapiers over the course of that game. Outworld Devourer just went absolutely crazy. 32-6. Broodmother did not have a very good game, but I have a feeling that's kind of just standard Broodmother. Broodmother gaming fair. So I will like to thank for watching. This has been Pistols for Pandas broadcasting another our Dota2castIt subreddit game from Dinosaur 173, who was playing, I'm assuming was playing the Kunkka in that last game. So interesting game out of him, but exciting. Some rapier throws, some not rapier throws, a little bit of everything in that game, off a little bit of feeding from the Broodmother, but otherwise a fairly good game. So as always, please leave any comments that you have, any suggestions you'd have for ways for me to improve my casting or whatever in the comments of the Reddit post, and I'll be happy to look at them and try and improve on something for next time. As always, you can follow me on Twitter at Pistols for Pandas. You can message me on Reddit, the same username, or you can follow me on Twitch at Pistols for Pandas as well. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. See you later.